Alright, so today we're going to be doing kind of a, I guess you could call it a how-to. I'm going to fish this little creek spot that I've got. It doesn't really ever have big fish, but I feel like most creek spots are kind of the same way. So I'm not an expert, but I like to think I can do decent, so I'm just going to kind of tell you what I do. And the main idea of what I do is keep it simple. I got two rods, they're both spinning rods. We're going to be using a old rooster tail on one for all the little fish, because it's better to catch a bunch of little fish than no fish. So I just stick with something simple like that, just straight retrieve it in. It just seems to work. They're little, their brains are tiny, they're stupid. You get something that goes flashy, they bite it, it's still fun. If we can find some deeper pockets where there might be some smallmouth and stuff, we're gonna go with the old faithful Z-Man. We're gonna be, it's called Ned Rig. I don't know why it's called a Ned Rig, but you can either throw the TRD or the TRD craw. So it's basically just either a little tiny Cinco or a tiny crawdad, and you put them on these little, we call them mushroom heads. I mean, finesse, it's called, yeah, finesse shroom. So it's really basic stuff. Like I said, it's just a little creek spot that I've got. Nothing super impressive is probably going to happen, but it's just fun to get out there on the water. And I'll try to kind of show you guys what I'm looking for when I'm out there fishing as we go along. Alright, so we've made it kind of to the first spot that I like to stop at. It's just the first pretty big deep hole that I've got. I'll be honest, this water is up way higher than I was expecting. Normally it's like shin deep and it's already been up to my shorts. But anyways, basically what you're looking for is you can kind of see how the water all of a sudden just gets darker right here. Darker water, deeper water. So you're looking for these little deep pockets where you can try to find some fish. There's normally not anything big in here, but I can usually pull a little like sunfish and little dinky stuff like that out, so we'll try that. Just a little tiny rooster tail. I mean, it's a rooster tail. You've probably all used it before. If not, you don't need to know much. You just throw it out there and reel it back. It's got your little blade, it's got treble hooks. Don't really got to work it. You just reel it in and hope that there's some little tiny fish out there with a very small brain that wants it. Come on. Take it. There we go. There's this little sucker. Oh no! You let it go. Oh, let's get back up in there because there was a few of them that were chasing it. I think I can pull one out of here. It's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna move on. Don't want to waste too much time. Alright, I think we're gonna catch one here. It's over here in the shade, got a real good deep pocket. This is where the fishing normally gets good on this spot. In fact, I'm so confident I'm going to take the backpack off. That way I have maximum fishing abilities. There are no excuses. We'll start off with something small, but I might actually throw that little Z-Man finesse craw. See if I can pull a smallmouth out of here. I feel like I'll be able to. If not here, then soon, because it honestly just gets better from here out. Usually. Whoa, why is my drag so loose? Oh gosh, fix that. There we go. Oh, he came off. My drag was so loose. Gosh, dang it. Okay, let's fix that. Now we're good. Okay. Let's get back in there. Man, I'm struggling. Starting off rough. Lost the first two fish I've hooked. There we go. There we go. Oh shoot, I think that's a smallmouth. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's a smallmouth. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, So we got first fish. I don't know how the lighting is going to be on that, but it's just a little smallmouth. Like I said, it's a creek. That's what you can expect. Nothing super spectacular, but I mean, it's always fun to get back here and catch little fish like that. So I'm going to see if I can get a few more out of this spot. All right. Ow, that had thorns in it. Ah, that hurt a lot. All right. There we go. Oh yeah, here we go. I wanted to catch one of these. This would be a good one for the camera. These things are crazy how much color they have. Ow, but they can stab the absolute crap out of you. There's really no good way to hold this thing. I'll try to lip it. I'll just hold it. Try to get over here in the sun. These are the kind of fish in the creek that I like catching. I mean, we just call those sunfish. I don't know what you guys call them, but it's really crazy looking fish. Lots of colors. See, buddy? And he gone. All right, we've caught our smallmouth, caught our sunfish. Again, I'm sure there's a proper name for that thing. That's what we call them. That's what I call them. I'd like to catch a little bit of everything. There are largemouth in here. And like I said, there's those little, again, probably not the right name for them, but we just call them sucker fish. Oh my gosh. I was fixing my shirt and I caught this little stinker. There's another one of those. That's impressive when you're fishing that small of a bait and you still catch a fish almost as small as your bait. It's pretty wild. Get out of there. Bye-bye. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that it's not fun to catch giant fish and set the hook on big bass, but sometimes it is kind of nice to come somewhere like this where you're not fishing for an hour for that one bite. You're just kind of fishing for fun, and whatever bites it, bites it. I mean, it's still a fish. It's still something to do. Ooh, that is not a fish. That is the bottom. Oh man, that's out there. I don't want to go get that. And I don't think I have another rooster tail. Alright, we're going to try, this doesn't really work with treble hook stuff, but we'll try the old bow and arrow. Oh, it worked. Man, that works way more than it should. And I have recently learned the trick to the bow and arrow trick. You got to have a lot more slack in your line than you realize. Like, ever since I started doing that with way more slack, it has started working so much. If you don't know what the bow and arrow trick is, it's basically if you're stuck, it's like I just did. Oh, and I just accidentally caught a fish. Oh, he got off. Anyways, like if you're stuck like I was, you get a little bit of slack, you pull the line like that, and then you let go and pull up like that. I don't know why it works, but it really works. I mean, that's on a treble hook bait. So, here's another little tip you can take that was free. Oh, I see one chasing it. Small, but I can see him. There he is. Another one of these guys. He's got a little more size. Oh no, don't get tangled up. Thank you. Okay, that was almost bad. He's got a little more size to him. I actually realized I had a fish on that time. Sometimes you honestly won't even realize you have a fish on. There he is. It's just a crazy looking fish. Like, it doesn't even look like it's like a freshwater fish, honestly. But it is. Before I completely move on, I did, just because I caught that smallmouth on the very first cast, and he wasn't tiny, I'm gonna switch over to my other setup. It's still a pretty light setup, but it's got a little more size to it, and I'll fish this one a little slower, see if there's any other smallmouth in here. bunch of little fish chasing it. None of them are big enough to eat it. They're trying to, but they just can't do it. Alright, moving on. Don't want to waste time. Alright. Just throw a couple through here. Another decently deep pocket. There we go. First cast on this. Ooh, I think we got a largemouth. I think we got... Or is that the... Oh my gosh, that is a dark smallmouth. Holy cow. Man, that is crazy, the difference between those two smallmouth. Dude, that thing is like black. I mean, it's way back in that corner. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but still. Man, that thing's dark. Yeah, well. Another decent fish. That is crazy, the difference in color of those two fish. I'd like to catch some more of those. I'd like to catch one good one. Although I don't know if I'd like to catch it on this rod though. I'm afraid if I accidentally hook like a bass of any size, it's gonna get really interesting really quick. Which is kind of fun though. Like, I have another rod that I totally could be using right now to handle a bigger fish, but what's the fun in that? If I catch a 1 pound smallmouth on this, it's gonna feel like I hooked the biggest fish of my life. Oh man. And I see that as a win, so we will continue. Also heard my phone ring. Ooh. Just saw a flash of something. Whatever that was. Oh, was naughty baby. Alright. I'm gonna move down just a little bit. I'm going to keep fishing this, but I'm going to move down. Oh, here's a little... The odds of anybody seeing this video knowing what I'm talking about are very low, but one of the first ever like GoPro clips I got was standing right here. That was the beginnings of the continuum. It was standing right here. And now we're back. I think this is actually the first time I fished this spot since then. I need to come here more often. Good spot. It's quiet. Well, let's try. Go back to the old. I just about said beetle spin, not a beetle spin, rooster tail. Beetle spin's another good small fish bait though. Had a little fish hit it. Oh, here he comes. There he is. Little guy. There's another one of these things. What the heck are you? I believe we've got some inbreeding here. Okay, so he's got the blue like stripes on his face, but looks like he's almost attempting to take the body shape of a bass. Ow. I don't think your parents were the same kind of fish, bud. Sorry to break the news to you. Goodbye, whatever you are. Okay. Moving on. Honestly, only moved like not even 50 yards, but this is just kind of, it looks good right here. Looks promising. Looks like a place where I want to fish. Dang. Bow and arrow. Didn't work. Didn't work. Man. Alright, well. Oh. Yes. It didn't break off. Probably bent the hook, but it didn't break off. No, looks fine. Okay, well. Sweet. Back in the game. There's that first cast fish. Oh my gosh. That is the smallest fish I could possibly... What the heck is that? I genuinely have no idea what I just caught. Go ahead and let me know if you know. I actually don't know what that is. Oh no! There you go. Huh. Okay, well, that's a new one. I guess that's species number 3, 4? I don't know. Oh. That's a better fish. Did we finally get our law? Oh no, another smallmouth. It's a better smallmouth though. God, look at him. That is crazy how hard these things fight. Just puts his head down and goes. That's awesome. That's a decent smallmouth for this spot, honestly. So I had full intention of getting some good footage of that fish on the big camera, and I accidentally dropped him. So he's gone. But that was a pretty good smallmouth. I'd say that was like at least a 1 pound smallmouth, which at this spot, decent. See if I can get another one. I've got everything up in the backpack. If I catch a good one, I'll try to get the camera out, but at this point, I'm just gonna kind of walk it back and give it a few casts here and there with the bigger setup and try to get one more good fish. But unfortunately, it looks like I'm kind of ending on a sour note today. I thought I had a good video for you guys, but they just stopped biting. And I mean like completely. I can't even get the little fish to bite anymore. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Guess it's a good thing I got out here as early as I did. Because apparently if I would have waited another hour, I wouldn't have caught any fish at all. There we go. Alright. I think that is the exact same fish I caught earlier. A little smallmouth. Alright, well, we finally got one more fish. Just a little tiny smallmouth. Got good color on him. He's got a couple like black spots on his forehead, but I wish I could give you guys a better ending than that, but unfortunately this is the first fish I've caught other than that little perch in over an hour. So I'm gonna head it on in. If I happen to catch one more, maybe you'll see more, but this is probably gonna be the end of the video. We'll let this guy go and then I'll talk a little bit more. All right, so that little smallmouth you saw was the last fish I caught. Kind of a sour note to end it on, really. It started off really good. I was catching some good fish. That one smallmouth was probably one of the best smallmouth I'd ever caught out of that spot, but unfortunately he slipped out of my hands before I could show him to the big camera. But either way, caught some good fish, and sounds like I'm going back out in the morning on the lake, so hopefully we can get some cool topwater bites for another video. And then in less than a week I'm leaving for Gulf Shores, so I should have some really good videos from that. But either way, that's the end of today's video. Hope y'all liked it. If you did, maybe sub, leave a comment, leave a like, something. We're trying our hardest out here, and we'll see you in the next one.